Cheers, guys. Nice. Well, guys, I'm back with another unboxing video. Considering the success of the first one, which I really didn't think would be as popular, I decided to do another one. And this time we're going to look at a brand new keyboard, SteelSeries Apex Pro keyboard, which is one of the Hall effect keyboards. I requested this a while ago, but it took them a while to get one that they could ship to me. And yeah, I'm quite excited to start looking at this. So let's have a look inside. Also, as you can see, I come armed with a beer this time. I got very thirsty last time. And it's very hot here. Right, let's get rid of this box here. SteelSeries Apex Pro. Ah, nice. I think this is the full-size version as well. They also have a TKL, and it dawned on me that I forgot to specify I'd prefer a full-size, but they seem to have gotten the idea. That's nice. Also, I think this is an ISO version, which they did ask me about, which is good. Nice. Good. Right, so OLED smart display. Yeah, that's true. It's got an OLED display here. That's quite nice. In-game alerts, Discord messages, current song. The world's fastest mechanical gaming keyboard. There's several keyboards that claim to be that, of course, but we'll talk about that when I do the actual review. Speaking of which, by the way, I think the review will be out in, let's say, about a month's time. I need, of course, a whole week to test it, and then, you know, do some research, script it, film it, and edit it. So I think roughly 1 month, but I want to do it before I go on holiday, so it should be roughly that. OmniPoint mechanical adjustable switches. Yes, that's another feature of this keyboard. It's got Hall effect switches, and they used the analog aspect of that to make them adjustable, as in the height of the actuation point, which is a very nice feature. Yeah, I'm really curious about this. Let's see, what else does it say on the box? Aircraft grade aluminum alloy frame. Yes, it's aluminium, guys, but I guess you can't be helped. 5 onboard profiles. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff at the back. Let's see. Can you see that on the camera? Yeah, that's not too bad. OmniPoint mechanical gaming switches, engineered using magnetic sensors instead of traditional switches. Patented SteelSeries OmniPoint switches allow you to adjust the exact distance at which a key registers and provide faster response time, increased accuracy, and extra durability. Yeah, that sounds fair. I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I'll be talking about that during the review anyway. Anything else? 5 times faster actuation, 8 times faster response time, 2 times more durability. Interesting. I think those numbers might be a little bit off, but well, we'll see. Some specs on here. Keyboard layout English UK. Oh, that's good. It says English UK QWERTY, but on the front of the box it says QWERT, so I was afraid for 1 second this was going to be a German keyboard, but that shouldn't be, I guess. What was I looking at? Oh yeah, wrist rest, guaranteed 100 million presses. I wonder who the hell is going to count that, but oh well, we'll see. Anyway, let's have a look on the inside of the box. This is not easy. My left wrist has been bothering me for about a week. I think I must have injured it during climbing or something. And yeah, I know what you're thinking, but no, I'm alright, you guys, sorry. Right. For glory. That is Is this a wrist rest? No? What? Wait. I'm confused now. This looks very big. What is this? Oh, it's a cloth. Ah, I see. One fucking thick ass cable here, by the way. Ah, yes, I see. It's got a pass-through cable. If they bundle it into one cable, that tends to end up in a very thick cable like this. This one's actually not braided. That's interesting. Most modern keyboards have braided cables. What else is in this box, actually? Manual, product information, lots of blah blah. I'll look into that later. And oh, here's the wrist rest. Let's see. Looks fairly minimalistic, but that doesn't have to be bad. It doesn't have an obvious cushion or anything, but I found sometimes the really cushiony ones are actually kind of uncomfortable. Anything else? Maybe a key puller or something. I don't know. No, I think that's it for the moment. Let me just put this aside, or on the ground. It's just as good. Let's unpack this for a second. Oh dear. Yeah, it looks very minimalistic. Ooh, magnetic. What would you call these, actually? Magnetic attaches? Whatever. To avoid danger of suffocation, keep this plastic bag away from babies and children. I know. Does it have to be on literally every single plastic bag in history? I mean, Jesus Christ. Okay. What else is in here? It says, this bag is not a toy. Yeah, I mean, I know. This bag has nothing to do with SteelSeries, but Jesus Christ. Right. Well, so far, it actually looks not too ostentatious for a keyboard. I think the font is actually fairly close. I wonder if you can see this. I think the font is actually reasonably close to Helvetica. The key is a little bit different, but most of the other ones seem fairly comparable. Well, that's not bad. I like it. It looks pretty decent so far. Not too ostentatious. And that should attach like this. Nice. Ooh. Ooh, that is very smooth. Bloody hell. That is nice. Ooh, that is very good first impression. Of course, no, first impression, is not the end of the world, but this one's not bad. So, what else does it say on the keyboard? 1 through 5. I guess that's macro keys. And apart from that, there's not too many other symbols on here. I think these are backlight and or media keys. Yeah, apart from that, it's not that much. Interesting. Even the numpad doesn't have secondary legends. So it's, again, fairly minimalist. What kind of keycaps does it use? Let's see. That's laser-ablated ABS. And now that we got keycap off anyway, let's have a look at the switches. So I guess, yeah, you can kind of see that. Guess here's the RGB LED. Here's the switch. Here's the USB pass-through port, and the SteelSeries logo is on the back, actually. That's interesting. So it's not on the front. Well, apart from on this, I guess that's a function key. Since, again, it's not too ostentatious. Well, I mean, I say that, just wait until I turn on the RGB light show, but still. What does it say on this? SteelSeries. Yeah. Slight scratch. That'll be me. And protective plastic on this. Let's take that off. Interesting. These are very light. Which I really like in linear switches, by the way. I think tactile and clicky switches have this additional feedback, so it gives you a bit more of a clue when you've pressed a key. But linear switches only really tell you that you've pressed them when you bottom out. So I tend to push them fairly hard, especially if they're stiff. This gets really tiring. So that's why I like my linear switches to be light. Not too light, but light. But I'll get back to that during the review. Again, this is really not bad. So let's plug it in and see what happens. Unplug one of my keyboards. Yeah. Yeah, the other one's still on. Okay. Actually, the one I'm using at the moment is a bloody keyboard, which might be a good comparison. I'm using that bloody at the moment because of that injury on my left hand, so I wanted something with very light switches. Update firmware in SteelSeries engine. That's what the screen says, by the way. Okay. Well, let's see how far we can come without the engine. I'll be installing that at some point, of course, but just to see how much it does. It registers fine. Well, I'm pretty sure all the switches will be working, so there's no real reason to test that. Update firmware and SteelSeries engine. So what is this? There's a volume roller. Yeah. A strange unmarked button here. It's just a line. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Not sure about that. I guess this is dim and non-dim lights or something. Yeah, the studio lighting is too much for the RGB to really stand out, but that doesn't matter. I can switch the light off for a second. Let's see. Can you see it now? Yeah. Oh, that looks actually pretty decent. This is actually quite nice RGB, come to think of it. It looks very, very smooth. Yeah, very glowy. Huge amount of light bleed. This might be one of the most light bleedy keyboards I've ever seen, but yeah, this might be the best looking RGB I've seen to date. This is so smooth. Wow. Okay, who knows? I might yet be converted. Let's switch the light back on. I've got that on a foot switch, by the way. It's very useful. So, what does it say in there? I'll stick this on. I like this little cloth. I don't think I've ever seen a keyboard being delivered with a cloth. I normally keep something on top to cover it when I'm eating, or when I'm not behind a computer. It's one of my towels. At the moment it's this one, but I guess one of those plastic covers might be a little bit better. It doesn't glide off as easily, but still interesting. Right, product information guide. What does it say? Pass-through ports, blah blah blah. Profile switching. So that's what this is. Circle P means profile switching. Function on-the-fly macro recording. Ah, nice. My specialty. Let's try that. 1. Press and hold the SteelSeries function key. That will be that, I guess. Yes. Plus macro recording key 09. I'm guessing that's F10 because that says an M on it, but let's try. Yes. Now let's see if it can do this without the SteelSeries engine. Oh, keep it pressed for 3 seconds. Okay. 2, 3. This will be more than 3 seconds. Yeah. But it doesn't show anything. Type your desired key combinations. TS. That's. I have a bad feeling about this. Press the SteelSeries function key plus macro recording key. So then the same thing again. Yeah, but it this doesn't bind it to anything. So is that M1 then? No, that doesn't do a damn thing. Yeah, that's a shame. Seems almost like a lost art, doesn't it? Like on the fly macro recording, like nobody wants to do it anymore. Very strange. Illumination control, actuation adjustment. That'll be the adjustment of the actuation depth, and you can. I wonder if you can see that. Yeah, it looks like you can only do that on the alphanumeric block, but that's fine. I mean, who wants to adjust the actuation depth of, I don't know, whatever, page down or something. To configure the actuation of the highlighted keys, download SteelSeries engine or access the respective settings via the OLED menu. Okay, how does that work? OLED display. Oh, key OLED menu button. That must be this. Long press 2 seconds. No, again, that doesn't do a damn thing. Okay, so I think the keyboard is not going to do any of its special functions without me installing the software first. Does this do anything? No. So I'll have to try that out first. In any case, just a very, very quick comparison between this keyboard and the Bloody I have hooked up. I've had this thing for ages, by the way, but I'm not allowed to review it because it was for Tom's Hardware. See, yeah, you can see both of them because these are very light, also very smooth. But if well, that's difficult. I'm gonna have to try that in a little bit more depth. But fucking hell, these are smooth. Jesus. I guess I'll be testing them against other really smooth keyboards as well, like the Wooting, which is a very nice keyboard as well. So, oh man, such an exciting time. And there's other Hall Effect keyboards coming out as well. There's one coming up from Wooting, actually. So instead of an optoelectric keyboard, they're now going Hall Effect. And there is also one coming from the Input Club, who even made a beam spring version of a Hall Effect, but they're first going to release a linear version. So that's very interesting. Definitely interested in all of them. Right, I'm going to start testing this straight away. First impressions are good. Again, you never know what's going to flow up in the eventual review, but still. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you this Saturday for this week's review. Bye, guys.